Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we managed to stop some of the problems we had here in the north. We did... Well, actually, we didn't destroy that one yet, did we? No, but we're at least sort of keeping them at bay there. In the south, we had the pocket still sort of form up, but then we've managed to pull back our troops in such a way that they can't outflank us immediately again. And this unit is going to get surrounded and destroyed soon. Well, it is already surrounded, but it will get destroyed soon enough, I hope, as well. Over here in the south, we did take a bit of losses, but we are going to have a bit of tanks coming in there next round, I suppose. I don't think they'll be really having the strength to push us back quite yet, at least, so that'll be nice. We do have the Hueys over here. Do we have the... I think... No, we don't have the range for that. We don't have a lot of fuel, though. I suppose that's the bigger problem. Like, how much is the range? You've got 8 hex range. So, yeah, that's probably a big portion of the issue. Although, is that... Yeah, is the fuel upkeep in stock, so not necessarily the best situation. I guess that is the... Yeah, that's why we have the action points that we do, I suppose. But I believe we are actually ready to go to the next round. So, let's start with a new round. Bit of movement here in the south. What about airstrikes over here? We're on the eastern front now. That looks like our neighbour in Ansang is finally starting to clear out some land. They tried to go over here and cut off the road again, but they did not quite succeed in it. Not yet, at least. At least I hope. Because a lot of the units are so damaged that they can't really have the zone of influence around them. Well, no losses. We lost another oil drilling facility. But yeah, they did not clear that one yet. Let's go ahead and clear out some of this. There we go. I'm also going to send in the armored car over here. Not dealing some damage on this. Well, push it back at least. I guess we could destroy another 2 units in here. Oh, there's one panicked. And okay, so that's another 300 destroyed. Then let's have a look at the western front over here. So they should be... Yeah, the readiness is pretty low. They do have a bit of tanks over here trying to get across the mountains. We don't really have anti-tank guns over here per se, but I think we'll be mostly fine still. Got infantry over here in the town, as well as a lot of anti-tank guns and troop carriers, which are pretty good against the infantry and all that. The supply situation is kind of limited, let's just say. But it could be worse. And they must have some troops in here still. I'm going to move in the machine gunners to the side first to clear out some of that area. So they've got a city over here now. Actually, it used to be a city for a moment, but it's not anymore. We've got our tanks over here. I guess we don't have any dragons on this one yet, but I'm sure that we can defeat it. I'm just going to use the anti-tank and battalion over here to assist. There we go. Another 20 tanks from the enemy. Let's have a look at the decisions before we get too far ahead. Roders and Pike, you'll have my full support. Oh dear, that is a lot of death. That's not good. Rogue's Doctor and Sir Jody. We could close this lab by force. The difficulty is fairly low, so the likelihood of this failing... Oh, actually, a very secret Doctor and Sir Jody he has headed away in the ruins outside the center. Seems to be cooperating with our own scientists on a non-official basis, and it seems he is giving beneficial advice now and then. However, it seems his experiences are of a very twisted nature. His field of research is mutation and disease. Some people think he poses a risk. I think we're going to close his lab then. Oh dear. Well, we failed. There's my Union Chief in Spokamania. I guess we'll accept the demand for now. We do need to get a lot more credits right now. Alienators asked for tech. Which one is this? Petusians. I guess we'll give you some tech. For now, anyway. So we push back some of the enemies there. Do the helicopters have the range yet? No, we probably don't have even as much fuel as we had previous round. Okay, well, so that's gonna stay there for now. I guess we've done most of the stuff on the western front. We could try attacking this from pretty much every direction now. The readiness is so small that I don't think they'll be doing much. And there we go, we destroyed the unit. One of these to the mountain, so we'll have a bit of troops here of the Grenadiers. So the 1st and 2nd Battalion are going to be in there. We got the 3rd one already in here. We could maybe get the 4th and 5th one to the flank and start linking up through here again. Maybe cut off some of their supplies if possible. Probably not going to happen, let's be honest, but we can at least give it a try. So we cleared out some of that. We got the anti-aircraft coverage for these units here. The tanks, I don't know if we want to move those yet. I think we're going to wait until we get some troops on the mountain foothills, at least in here, before we push forward. And then I guess it's back to the Eastern Front. So we do still need a bit of all-rounders by the looks of it. We do. I'd imagine they would get delivered already, but I guess not. So there's not too much troops there. I guess we could just take... No, we don't have a fuel in here. I'm just going to destroy the enemy, but I'm not going to push forward. Because if we don't have fuel, then... Oh, okay, well, we'll destroy that unit entirely. That didn't take too much ammunition either. Oh. There's some mutants in here. And I guess something over there as well. How bad are the strength in... Oh, no, those aren't actually too bad. Just throw everything in there.
Attack formation.
There we go, those are rendered. I guess we can send some more troops down here towards east. Don't know what exactly that is, but I've got a bit of feeling that there's a bit more mutants. Anyway, we could do a small attack. We're going to use 3 of these battalions, so I think that's going to be good enough. Oh wow, we're going to push them back. There we go, so how much did they actually have? It's about 190 tanks that we know that they had there. And they lost 50 tanks and a specialist. No, 60 tanks and a specialist. Alright then. And now they won't be attacking from there at least. That gives a bit more coverage. Not going to push forward yet because of the lack of fuel. Although I'm hoping that that will get sorted out soon enough. It doesn't really seem like it will be. I suppose there's been so many new units that have gotten some fuel, but then of course that is taking over the priority of all the other units, so that's causing the issues. We do have on oil production now in Ansang. We could probably actually reduce the production down to like 25% to reduce the demand for workers. Because yeah, we do still need a bit more workers for the food and the airbase and all that. Oh, we got the colonists in here. Let's go ahead and colonize that as a worker, I guess. I don't know if we actually need it. Well, I suppose we do need more workers, yeah. At least in theory, anyway. But there we go. Ansang is starting to be a quite respectable little place here. Got a lot of metal. In fact, so much so that we could probably just reduce the metal production down to like 25% as well. So now we've got a lot smaller demand for jobs. But honestly, that's fine. Do we need to reduce the energy production as well? We could maybe reduce that to like 50%. I still want to have at least a little bit extra production in here, regardless. They consume 20, so yeah, it's not too bad. We can definitely withstand that. Let's go ahead and clear out the enemy over here in the lanes again. Oh boy, we just destroyed that in one round of combat. There's 40 tanks right there. Good. Getting some nice experience for the troops, right? Well, quite a few of these are definitely seasoned, including one of the dragons already seasoned. Oh boy. That's come along quite nicely, eh? And we've got some dragons in here. I don't know if we should start... No, we don't necessarily want to open up the potential for another flanking attack from here. We push them back, which is what we wanted to do. And if we could just start pushing them back to the river line in here... a lot will, of course, depend if we can start pushing them back a bit further. For example, if we get in here, start outflanking them a little bit. Then we've got an extra unit in here, which is starting to get a little bit bombarded by the enemy planes and all that, but we've got a fairly good defensiveness. We've got the Ravens in there, which are quite low on fuel right now, unfortunately. Technically speaking, try to attack with these in here. Or move this one in there. But I guess we'll hold off for now. At least another round or two, because the fuel being so low is meaning that they'll push us back if we get in there. But in our current location, we are mostly fine. I guess we'll hold the militia over here just to hold that ground. Did they actually destroy the supply base in here that we had? I think they did. Ah, we got no logistical network here. Okay, so next round we're going to do that. We needed a lot more money though, so let's go ahead and sell a bit of... we don't necessarily want to sell machinery. We could maybe sell a bit of radioactives. Like 50 of those. That's a pretty good amount of money. And we can sell some rare earth metals. Although those prices has actually gone down a lot. But we'll sell still another 200 or so. Got some high-tech parts which we could sell for quite a bit of money. But I'd rather hold on to those for right now. Right, so is there any sort of... So there's a hydroponics factory, actually. Do we have hydroponics at our capital? Could get a hydroponics food factory. It's not too bad of a price to build it. Oh, we're already at max energy already. So yeah, hydroponics food factory, that would give us a decent bit of food production overall. We could maybe start reducing some of the farms that we have in here in terms of reducing the workforce needed. For example, this one we could maybe disband a level, maybe not quite yet. Maybe we want to have 1 or 2 extra levels in here. Although, you know what? No, we can probably disband a level of that. There we go. That will probably give us a bit more workers back, at least in Spike, because we did lose quite a bit recently for an event. We could potentially start moving this anti-air to the top of the mountain, so we at least have a full coverage on this front line. They got a bit of tanks on the flank. We do not have the range to do an airstrike on them, do we? No, not really. Okay, well that can wait. But now at least we've got anti-air coverage in here. We might be able to push in here soon enough. Especially with the infantry and all that. And then maybe also try clear out the artillery on the mountain here. Of course, for that we need probably a bit better troops than what we have in here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade some of these. I know that it does take a bit of the logistical points available, though. In here, so that will cause some issues. And also in quite a bit on the energy stores, but that's fine. I think in a few rounds we can probably start pushing back to the mountain pass in here. Clearing out the city is still going to be quite a problem, but I'm sure that we're going to manage that eventually. Now, what do we have in here? We've got the truck station there. I'm kind of thinking maybe building a supply base in this area. Did we have we got the railhead in here, right? Yeah, we do. We could potentially just extend the railroad a bit further, but I think right now just the supply base will also allow us to get supplies here a bit further in. Right, but let's get to the next round, shall we? Oh, they're attacking our scout vehicles. They did push us back a little bit. So we'll need to pull back with the machine gunners, I guess. Oh, there's an artillery strike again. I wonder if next round we can do another strike against them there. Possibly. Lose a little bit of infantry over there on the airstrike that they did. So we got 500 serpents, I believe. We lost 200 infantry and 10 tanks, which is a bit of a shame. But those 10 tanks, technically speaking, are just scout vehicles, so it's not actually that bad. How's Unsung's? Oh no, Unsung's got a decent bit of no, it does have production of industrial points. It doesn't have a public asset though, which is what the game was trying to tell me, of course. But still, it's fine. We'll just hold off to this front line for now. Let's have a look at the decisions. There's quite a few of them. Budget is going to stay as is. Council tasks are going to stay as is. Modern workers strike in Nansung. We needed to get the autocracy, right? Alright, we didn't get the bureaucratic assets that we needed, but that's fine. We probably won't get the bureaucratic point production actually either. But autocracy needs to go from to 49. What do we have right now? Okay, we can actually do that now.
Yes, sir. Roger.
We did lose a bit of yeah, 100 militant workers were killed in Ansang, but that's alright. I guess we'll do that same in Dad. So there's another 200 that we lost. Walkout agitation into Zhate. We try to investigate who the agitator is, but it's quite low likelihood of succeeding. So we'll just give in to some of their demands. Disease in Sir Jody. Red pox active in Sir Jody. Okay, we're gonna try to quarantine the affected population. We failed. And talent recruitment drive. We're gonna not stop them so that we can get a bit better relations with the Zoria Deep. Of course, everyone else hates me now because of that, but that's fine. Right, let's have a look at the Western Front. So we've got a bit of troops in here that we could maybe start utilizing on containing the enemy in there. They've got some tanks over there. Get some troops on the front position in there, and then these two can start pushing across The tanks could maybe even get in here, or we could actually just push them to the town over there. And the center front, they push us back there. We'll just get the machine gunners in there to keep them at bay. Ooh, they brought some tanks here. I don't think this will be able to push through, to be fair. Through the mountains, that is. They might push us back over there, though. Oh, now this is town again. I keep making it a city every now and then just all emerging it back. They do have a lot of troops, but they are keeping their distance for now. I don't actually want to push any further over the southern front right now. I know that it's just, you know, delaying things, but still, it's just, we don't have that massive amount of extra... Oh, right, actually, we do have a lot of colonies right now. So, how about... Well, we don't actually need too much at Kazoo. Pokemania is still 4,000 away from being level 3. Somebody already is level 3, and it's got a lot of population in there. I suppose that one could use a bit more workers, or Hidden Village. Oh, that needs a lot of workers. I'm going to send 800 workers down that way then. Just to get some of the things going. There we go, so we'll clear out a little bit of the area there. What's this? This is the independent tank brigade, so that can move in. Clear out another unit here.
Open fire! Mission successful.
Oh, that is at least then pushed back. Don't suppose I could break these easily. Probably not. We'll just hold them off for now. So the western front we already checked. Over here we could... oh, they've got a bit of tanks in the forest. Oh, they're in the field trade. Oh. Amateur mistake. Oh, push them back. Oh, we push them on the road even. Okay. Well, the metalheads could attack the mountain troops there. There we go. So we push them back. I only got 10 of those metal hit 3s right now. Not necessarily going to want to put or push all the way there. That's just some tanks there. I don't suppose we could do a nice little air attacks and all that. Let's start by doing a quick little air recon on here. Oh wow. Well, there goes the recon unit. But they spend a lot of their fighters intercepting us there, so maybe... We got a good recon, so we're going to do a range stack first. No hits, unfortunately. They're still at full readiness and all that. I do wonder if I should use my Hueys and Apaches and all that on doing an air attack on there, or if we should try breaking this one instead. I do have some interceptors in here. And the tactical... Okay, so we didn't lose anything. We didn't really destroy anything either. Oh, but the readiness basically nothing. Okay. Ah, right. That's where we took some of the casualties, didn't we? Was there anything else that we lost? A buggy. We get a rover in there, which has a bit better stuff in there. The recon anti-air, we're needing 20 now. Because we only got the grasshoppers, which aren't really all that great. They don't really have a lot of weaponry. I'm going to get 20 anyway. I guess that's one of the things that we should probably upgrade in the not too distant future. So if I wanted to do an attack, not only against the infantry, they've dug in well. This one's very low on strength and all that, so how about we try to push that one back with some of the infantry in here. Oh. There we go, so we destroyed 30 tanks of them and 2 specialists. Okay, so we can move in some troops here. So we can start pushing them back from this area as well. And start pushing up to the crossroad there. Maybe cut them off in... Oh, hello. I see an opportunity. To at least threaten them, if nothing else. Oh, and all-rounders could attack there directly. Okay. Starting to get a little bit of fuel back, I hope. Do I want to give that a try? Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong unit. There we go. There we go. That's retreated, and we cut off of their supply line in there. So these are going to be, well, they're not going to be out of supply for long. We're not going to move in there yet. Although, I mean, technically speaking, we probably could. We don't have the anti-air coverage, though, which might prove to be a problem. Unless we move these forward. I mean, actually, we do have the barriers over here, so it's not entirely bad. I'm going to move these tanks in here, then attack that one. Oh, that's broken. So we didn't push them back entirely. We destroyed one of their units, though. This one's not in a shape to attack anywhere, but we pushed them back. I think this is going to be the point where we can start pushing these back a lot further. Hopefully, at least, if we can get the supplies and fuel and all that in here. I'm not going to use the rocket organs right now, because that's going to be a lot of ammunition that needs to be replenished. And that is going to reduce the amount of fuel that we can bring in here. So that will stay as is for now. One of the things that I suppose I could do, though, is I could start building a railhead at Monroe, because I'm pretty sure that we don't have that sort of stuff in here. No, we only got the supply base. However, if we were to build a railhead there, and let's say we build a bit of a railway in there, there we go, that's going to be bringing a lot of supplies here closer, so that reduces the amount of... well, actually, I don't know how much of that is going to help the situation. We probably need to have a truck station in here somewhere to be able to make it the most of it, let's be honest. And we've got one over there, but I guess it will help in the long run, I guess. I don't think it's actually going to be that much of an impact right now. Regardless, we got the motorcycles over here. They've got still some tanks there. One of those is very low readiness. The other one's a lot higher. We could potentially do a bit of an attack with some tanks over here. Oh, wow. Overrun immediately. Alright then. Well, that's good. Don't suppose... I think now is going to be the time to start pushing into the forest. These aren't ready to move in here yet, but the troops in the forest... We've got the anti-air coverage here now, so that will help. We could maybe even move this one further north soon enough to provide a bit of coverage to the mountains in here. But yeah, we should be able to cut them off in here soon enough and hold the river line, and then that's going to shorten the front line a lot, which means that we'll have a bit more troops. Maybe to move some of them to the north and clear out this little peninsula up to the northern side of the front, and then start pushing towards Narrows in here. I think, well, if we can push them all the way here, then I think at that point we can hold them back for as long as we need. We can maybe start clearing out a little bit more of the stuff like the southern areas over here, keep them on the other side of the mountains, and then maybe send a bit more troops to the north to clear out this area again, and maybe start pushing them at least up to the volcano and all that. Did we clear out or do the battles in here already? I think we did. Yes, we did. Alright then I suppose we are ready to go for the next round. Oh, I forgot to clear out the mutants in there. They are bringing a bit of troops in here. I don't know if they're going to try to attack or something. They did also pull back the infantry from there. They may have noticed that, oh dear, they are getting surrounded. There's still a bit of movement over here. Oh, there's something very big that arrived there. In Unsung. I mean, that one, yeah, that seems quite large. I don't know if it's going to be bad or like dangerous in terms of other than just the number. No losses, no kills, and we lost another oil drilling facility. So we're just losing the oil drilling facilities everywhere, aren't we? We did get the autocracy profile at least. And atomic missile research is available. Okay, we completed the Crusader, so that's our light tank. We discovered a new tech, VTOL turbojet engines. What if a jet engine could rotate to make vertical landing and takeoff possible? Oh, could be quite useful. Right, well, let's go ahead and do a quick little attack over here with the tanks. Oh, we pushed them back at least. You got the air guns over there. I could actually just attack further. Well, we killed another 10 tanks on there, so at least we're pushing the unit back. Are we ready to move in? No, we can't actually... Well, technically speaking, we could move in one of the metal hits over there, for example. So we've got a bit of tanks over here in the flank, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. There's only 10 walls over there, okay. But I also realized that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.